This is the Tokyo Butter 23 sneaker channel. Tokyo Butter 23 no sneaker channel des. Every single day I bring you drops and upcoming information about sneakers and upcoming sneaker releases. And today, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for you. But it's a bit of a strange one. It's a bit of deja vu that I'm hitting you with. Last week I brought you a video that was entitled Crimson Tint. And here I'm bringing you another one, Crimson Tint. Last week I talked about the white base Crimson Tint. And this week it's the black base Crimson Tint. Today's video is about the Nike Air Jordan 1 Crimson Tint. As I said in the introduction, this video is all about the Nike Air Jordan 1 Crimson Tints, but with a black base and not a white base. Last week I brought you a video all about the white base Crimson Tint. So you had the white toe box and the white base where the swoosh would be on the side and then the rest in pink. But we never saw them. They just sort of disappeared. They were scheduled to release last week sometime. I think it might have been April the 11th or something like that. But they just didn't drop and they just disappeared and I don't know what happened to them. But here we are. Actually, this sneaker drops on April 11th. That one I think dropped on April the 4th, or should have dropped on April the 4th, but it didn't. But this here, Crimson Tint with the black base, is definitely dropping. The one last week with the white base was also an Air Jordan 1 mid, and these guys here are Air Jordan 1 highs, which are of course much more popular. So maybe this one's got a bit more hype behind it, and maybe we'll find this one in stores where we can actually buy it, because that one last week is just kind of disappeared, just vanished into thin air. But for sure, it's definitely releasing on April the 11th because it's already on the sneakers app. 海外にも日本にも発売するのは11日です。今月の11日です。なぜその自信が持っているのはスニーカーズのアップにもう貼っておりますので、絶対ドロップすると思うね。発売すると思うけど、11日が書いてあったんだけど、まあそういうことはたまに変わるので、11日かもしれません。And as I did also say, I do bring you that daily content, so hit that subscribe button down below to stay in touch with the upcoming news and the latest in sneaker releases from Tokyo Butter 23. But without further ado, let's not get into this Crimson Tint. I've talked for probably about a minute and a half now, and I lose a few, well, every video that anybody puts up out there loses a few viewers in the first minute or so. You know, they check out the video for a minute and then they jump to another video or something like that. And what I've done is I've waited until 1.5 minutes into this video or whatever. I don't know. I don't have a timer around here to calculate how long this has taken, but I wanted to drop a little Easter egg in this video for my regular viewers and for people who view for more than a minute. And I could have clickbaited this. I'm going to show you guys a sneaker here that I think if I'd have put it up there on its own, I could have maybe got a few hundred views on it, maybe, I don't know. I could have clickbaited it and had people really checking into that content. But I thought, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave this for my regular viewers out there and anybody who checks in for more than a minute. So what I'm going to show you up here is a different sneaker. Later, of course, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that Crimson Tint, the one with the black base, the highs. But right now I want to show you a Nike Air Jordan 1 that dropped here in Japan, and it's called Still Alive. So check this bad boy out right here. Man alive, it's very rare these days when you've been into sneakers for as long as I have. I mean, I haven't owned sneakers very much because I'm not a particularly rich man, but into sneakers for as long as I have. But you come across a sneaker like this one here and it almost takes your breath away. I was just like, I was frozen. When I saw this for the first time, it's an incredible looking sneaker. It's Still Alive. Now this retailed for 60,000 yen. Well, it's actually 58,000 yen, but when you put tax in there, it's probably 60,000 yen, which translates into US dollars round about $600. And the reason why, well, there's two reasons why it was so expensive. One is because it's a collaboration, but the other is because they only made 5. Isn't that incredible? They only made 5, and I wouldn't mind betting, and I might be wrong here, and you can hit me up with a comment down below if I am wrong here, but I wouldn't mind betting there's not a single person out there who's watching this video who's ever seen that sneaker before. And like I say, I could have clickbaited this. I could have put that as the top of the show and said, right, look at this rare sneaker nobody's ever seen before. But I thought, nah, you know what? The loyal subscribers out there, the people who check out my content a lot and watch for a long period of time, here's an Easter egg for you guys. A rare sneaker. only on sale here in Japan, only 5 pairs, $600. It's called the Still Alive. And the two features I really dig on it is that swoosh on the side, as you can see there. I mean, in the sneaker community, how often do we say they are fire? Those swooshes are literally fire. They're a phenomenal looking swoosh. And then if you look at the colors and that in the laces, for example, and I don't know what you call that lace tag, maybe you can see, you might not have noticed it because it's such a small screenshot, but you can actually see, if you look there, there's a transparent swoosh hanging off the laces. You know, on Air Jordan 4s it would be that square, like the Kith ones, for example. Was it Kith? I don't think it was Kith, it was Cause. The Cause ones with the two X's, the black, the square. Is it called a lace tag? I don't know. That sort of hangs off the side, but you can see on these guys here that transparent swoosh on the side there. So regular viewers, people who have watched for more than a minute and not clicked away, this is for you guys out there. It's a rare sneaker. If you're interested in checking out more about it, it's the Air Jordan 1 Still Alive. It was only on sale here in Japan, and there were only 5 of them on sale. I don't know if there were only 5 made or if they sold others elsewhere, because I only checked it out on a Japanese website. But to me, it's just an absolute banger of a sneaker, and I'm not surprised it's $600. Enough of that. Let's actually get into the title of the show today. The show is all about this Crimson Tint, and as I did say earlier on in the video, I did bring a Crimson Tint review last week, which was a white base with pink overlays on it, and today, as you can see from the screenshot here, it's a black base with the pink overlays on the top of it there, and that's the sneaker that we're going to be reviewing today, which definitely guaranteed 100%, because it's already on the sneakers app, is dropping on April the 11th. That's in a couple of days' time. Now, overall, looking at this sneaker, there's a particular feature about it that I'm actually quite into. I did do reviews of turbo greens and neutral greys, and that last week, the crimson pinks, and the connection between those 3 sneakers, and I said that really fast, so I don't know if I had enough time to put up screenshots in that small amount of time that I just said that. Turbo green, neutral grey, and crimson pink. The thing about those sneakers was they did have subtle sort of pale colours in their upper, but they also had a sort of shocking hot colour somewhere else in there as well, either in the outsole or a little bit around the ankle or in the liner or something like that. And the thing I like about this week's Crimson Pinks is that you don't have that really at all. If you look at this sneaker here, there's basically 2 colours. It's black and a sort of pale pink, and that's really all there is to it. And that pale pink, you can see all the way through the sneaker. It doesn't change colour. It's not different shades of pink or anything like that. It just stays the same all the way through. So let's have a look at those pale pink parts. There's the panel on the toe box at the very front of the sneaker. You can see there in that pale pink colorway. And as you move back along the side of the midfoot to the quarter sort of panel of the sneaker there, it is a black base that we're working on. I did talk about that and about the previous one being a white base, that black base. And then there's that pale pink swoosh on the side, which matches the toe box perfectly. No change in color, as I said before. And then you keep on moving back to the heel, where the heel cup or the heel counter cups your heel there, and again it's in that same pale pink colorway. So toe box to swoosh to heel cup, and then if you go up to the sort of side panels around the ankle, there's a name for them and I've completely gone and forgotten what it is, but I don't really mind not knowing. You can tell me in the comments down below. Where the Air Jordan, the wings logo is, you can see again it's that pale pink colorway. So 4 places: toe box, swoosh, heel counter, ankle support. There are 4 pale pink colorways there on the upper of the sneaker. The rest of the upper is in black leather, and it's tumbled leather. Haven't had these in hand, rarely get sneakers in hand. Looking to get my first pair of Jordans ever in hand. I don't think these will be them, but you know, you never know, they could be. I might try and catch them and get lucky. But anyway, the black is that tumbled leather, and I don't know what that would feel like in hand, but I'm sure it's an absolutely cracking sneaker to get in your hands. And talking about that ankle support there, I did mention the Wings logo, which is also in that black colorway. Now, the pictures I've looked at have black laces in them, and I guess they'll come with a second pair of pink laces as well. I hope that pink in the laces matches the pink of the upper, so you don't have a sort of shock pink in opposition of the pale pink. I think these guys are designed to just be 2 subtle colors, the pale pink set off against that black upper. But when we move further down in the sneaker to the midsole, there is that one more color there where it's a white midsole wrapping around the standard Jordan 1 midsole and outsole, and the outsole itself keeps that pale pink colorway, which again I totally dig, and I think it is a really good colorway, a really good motif to have the same colors all the way through the sneaker and not fiddle around with these hot colors that they've been doing, like I said, with those turbo greens, neutral greys, and the crimson pinks that I brought to you earlier in the week. The final two things I want to go to is all the way back up to the tongue, and we have a look at that tongue tab on there, and it is again the Nike Air branding on there is in that pink color, and it totally matches the rest of the sneaker. But then they just couldn't resist. They just couldn't resist. They had to throw it in there somewhere. If you take a look down from above into the middle of the sneaker, you can see, yes, the insoles are in hot pink. They just had to put in a hot color somewhere. They couldn't have the thing just be two colors, pale pink and black. They had to fire in that hot pink insole. But you know what? Nike can do that. That's their choice. That's their privilege, because they design these things and they sell them. I just review them. And I do like this one. It's continuing that trend in Air Jordan 1s right now of these sort of subtle colors and also very soft upper leathers instead of sort of the hard leathers that preceded 2019. And it is a sort of theme that's been going on throughout the first half of 2019 with these subtle colors and the soft, interesting, shall we say, materials in the upper. And they're definitely present here in this Air Jordan 1 High Crimson Pink. And that's my review of this sneaker, with that little Easter egg thrown in there as well, the, what was it called, the Still Alive. So it's kind of like I'm showing you two sneakers today, or reviewing two sneakers today. I hope you appreciate that. I hope you appreciate my content. If you do, if you're handy enough to stick around and stay online and check my content out all the way to the end, I appreciate it very much. Click that subscribe button down below, and I will be back tomorrow for the Tuesday Top 10, when I bring you my Tuesday Top 10. We're on to episode 7 of Tips for New Sneaker Channels, and then on Wednesday, I don't know what sneaker I'm looking at on Wednesday, but I'll come back to sneaker content on Wednesday for you guys who are interested in sneaker information out there. For now, it's time for me to sign off for Tokyo and do what I do at the end of every single video, which is say, I will see you tomorrow.